Well, the lefties losing it show continues, with Sadiq Khan now chiming in on Trump's upcoming inauguration tomorrow. Seen this in the Telegraph today. Sadiq Khan says that Trump's return brings March of Fascism. Yes, that's right, fascism. Okay, these are the people, Sadiq Khan and the rest of the people that talk about Trump like this, these are the people who are responsible for assassination attempts on Donald Trump's life, if you ask me. Because their kind of language, painting Trump as Hitler, is what makes people think that this is a man that needs to be shot down and killed. I think it's absolutely vile. Let's have a closer look at what he had to say. So he has warned of resurgent fascism on the eve of Donald Trump's return to the White House, and he suggested that Trump's second term would carry echoes of 1930s Germany. Are you out of your mind, Sadiq Khan? We are talking about a free country with free speech, free expression, freedom of conscience. Jews are allowed to live freely in the US, and there's no chance of that changing under Donald Trump. Yet you are comparing it to 1930s Germany. The Nazis brought in a dictatorship full of censorship, propaganda, no free speech, Jews being persecuted, tortured and killed. It's quite different to what has happened under Trump and is going to happen under Trump. Where does this comparison come from? There's no substance to it. He just wants to paint him as an evil human being that everybody should hate. It's completely unfounded. The government is freaking out over this, by the way. They managed to shut David Lammy up. We know that David Lammy made horrible remarks about Donald Trump in the past, but over the past year or so they've said, David Lammy, get in your little closet, be quiet, shut up, act professional. And now when David Lammy is asked about Donald Trump, he's like, oh yes, we're bestie mates now. I would never say such a horrible thing about him. But Sadiq Khan, he's still at it. They can't shut him up. And so the government is responding to questions about this, like, oh, no, we don't agree with Sadiq Khan. The special relationship with the US is really important to us, and we really look forward to working closely with Donald Trump. So it's all getting a bit out of hand. And so he spoke to The Observer, Sadiq Khan did, and he warned against the march of the far right and said that this is a perilous moment for the West. A perilous moment. Apparently we should all be absolutely bricking it. Apparently women should all be bricking it because he thinks that women aren't going to have any rights anymore under Donald Trump. I mean, this man, Sadiq Khan, he lives in delusion. Absolute delusion. And to think that this man is about to be knighted, I mean, God help us, God help us. And he also went after Elon Musk as well. Not just Trump, but Elon as well. He went for everyone and called Elon a billionaire bully. Let's have a look at what he had to say about Elon Musk. He said a billionaire bully shouldn't be able to use his social media platform as a propaganda tool to amplify lies and advance the cause of the far right. Nor should social media companies be able to evade policy responsibility for algorithms that maximize and monetize hate. He just loves talking about so-called hate and the so-called far right, Sadiq Khan. He says lawmakers and regulators across the world need to get tough. Especially as Meta, listen to this, the owner of Facebook and Instagram, bends the knee to the incoming Trump administration by removing independent fact checkers. In the UK, the Online Safety Act should be the floor, not the ceiling of what's required. Have you heard that? This is the guy who is warning of fascism under Trump, okay, and says it's going to be like 1930s Germany. Trump is in favour of free speech. The Nazis had mass censorship. Only government propaganda was allowed, okay? And here, Sadiq Khan is all wound up about the fact that they're getting rid of censorship on Facebook and Instagram. How? Make it make sense. The fact that he says there the Online Safety Act should be the floor, not the ceiling, that is scary, okay? The Online Safety Act is draconian enough as it is. We do not need more censorship on top of that. Absolutely not. Removing independent fact checkers from platforms. Oh my god. Someone might be able to write some deranged tweet on X that's not true. What a shame. Have you ever heard of the phrase sunlight is the disinfectant? Sadiq Khan? Okay, if you have independent fact checkers, that just means that whatever the government likes gets to be posted. We saw it in COVID. We saw what happens with fact checkers. They take down anybody who does not go along with the government narratives. You want to question vaccine efficacy? Banned. You want to question how good masks are at stopping the spread of the virus? Banned. You want to question lockdown? Banned. It didn't fit the government narrative, so they did not allow it. Sadiq Khan is not. He's warning about how Trump is a threat to democracy and all of this. Sadiq Khan is a threat to democracy. He wants more censorship on social media. He's freaking out about the fact that we might be able to say what we want on the internet now. You'll notice how if you go on Sadiq Khan's Twitter, you can't comment on any of his posts. If you try to tag him on anything on Instagram, in any of your videos, you can't tag him. He doesn't allow anybody to tag him. He doesn't allow anybody to comment because he hates people commenting. He hates people criticizing him. He wants to live in a world where we have mass censorship, where you will go to prison if you dare criticize Sadiq Khan. Because he just wants kind words in his ears. He wants to say horrible things about everyone else, but just hear lovely songs and daisies about himself. He also accused members of the shadow cabinet, it's the Tories, by the way, not the Reform Party, even though they seem like the main opposition, of normalising the ideas and language of the far right by using dehumanising language that used to be alien to British values. So there we go. Now, Sadiq Khan, why is he so critical of Trump? Well, Trump had the nerve, on multiple occasions, to criticise Sadiq Khan's record as London mayor because knife crime has actually gone up under Sadiq Khan. In case you haven't heard yet, let's take a listen to what Donald Trump had to say one of the times he was asked about Sadiq Khan.
You're talking about the mayor of London. Is that who you said? Yes. Well, I think he's been a not very good mayor from what I understand.
Oh,
he's done
dear.
a poor job. Crime is up, a lot of problems. And I don't think he should be criticizing a representative of the United States that can do so much good for the United Kingdom. We talked about it before. He should be positive, not negative. He's a negative force, not a positive force. And if you look at what he said, he hurts the people of this great country. And I think he should actually focus on his job. It'd be a lot better if he did that. He could straighten out some of the problems that he has and probably some of the problems that he's caused. Thank you.
Sadiq Khan, he hates anybody who's got the nerve to criticise him. And if you listen to Trump there, you know, Trump is very calm, collected, wasn't being horrible, but he was judging him on his record as London mayor. Now, Sadiq Khan, I saw him speak on the High Performance podcast, and he said very clearly, Trump does not like me because of the colour of my skin and my faith. Sadiq Khan will do this time and time again. Anybody who criticises him, he just dismisses them as a racist and an Islamophobe. That is wrong, okay? You can respond to Trump's allegations about you having a poor record on crime, for example. Give us your argument as to why actually the situation with crime has gotten better under your watch. Or put your hands up and say, look, I haven't done an amazing job so far, but I'm the best person to deal with it going forward because I've got X, Y, and Z plan. No. He doesn't make any proper arguments because he hasn't got one. And so he just calls everybody who criticises him a racist and an Islamophobe. I cannot stand this man. I cannot believe that he got voted in again as London mayor and that we are stuck with him for at least a few more years. Please, can someone run against him who's actually any good, who will actually be able to beat him? Because the Tories, they put Susan Hall up against him. I'm sorry, but Susan Hall is so dull. She's so dull. I get the impression she's very competent, but she doesn't have the charisma. Okay? Boris Johnson was able to win as a Conservative in London because his personality was fantastic. People loved him. Left, right and centre. Quite literally. Susan Hall, she was never going to cut it. And because they chose such a boring candidate, we're stuck with this moron. And now he's getting a bloody knighthood. What for? For renaming the Overground, the Suffragette line and the Windrush line? Please. Please. Anyway, I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.
Still watching? Well, I've got a quick ask for you. Recent UK, we're fighting the woke brigade and inspiring young Brits, but we need your help to go bigger. We're hosting a fundraiser and would love you to sign up and share the link on the big day. It's easy, it makes a massive impact, and there are prizes for top fundraisers. Click the Google form in the description to join us. Cheers very much. Let's keep going together.